tomorrow will mark 25 days since the team has played at Creekview Park. How does it feel to play your way back to home field advantage? And what does playing at home do for you guys?
Sure. Well, saw in the beginning, didn't realize it was 25 days, but, for beginning of the season, we had a lot of games at home. And, our record at home since Creekview's been built is pretty good. We win a lot of games there. So, as we worked our way through the pod regional play, when we saw that Millersville had lost and Seton Hill, took them out, that was kind of what we kind of rallied around. Like, let's bring it back to the creek. And we love our park. We like playing in front of people. We have a lot of local players. We travel well, so I've been telling people all week if they want to come see real high quality baseball, the Creek's the place to be this weekend.
Your programs are not unfamiliar with each other. This will be now the third postseason that you guys will be seeing each other. First time in the Super Regional.
Sure.
What does it say about your two programs? That you're constantly going deep.
Yeah, Coach Marizaldi and I talk about it, and we've laughed and joked in the fact that our teams are so similar in our style of play and what we do, and how equal on offense that we are. They're 2/100ths of a point in batting average difference between the two teams. 139 steals for one team, 134 for the other. Defensively, one fields at 979, the other at 977, and it's been that way for the last 5 years. And so, from a pitching standpoint, their staff is number one in the country, and the two teams are very similar in style. And from a talent perspective, it's going to be very close, and it's going to be, the difference in a game could be whether a ball goes fair or foul, or somebody makes a play and somebody doesn't. And but yeah, the one thing that from the Seton Hill from the west and East Stroudsburg from the east, the one thing that both teams have been is very consistent.
We talked a bit earlier about like communication, information. Who are some of the guys that people may not see always like doing a ton on the field, but like off the field, they're like essential?
Our captains, we have different kind of we do have a couple guys that are more vocal. Yak and Shanley are a little more vocal, and Caden, and then you have Ryan DeWeese. He's by example. So there's certainly different ways to lead, and our older guys, they manage this team from that perspective, and that carries through. But the one thing that everyone knows when they come here is we're playing the best guys, and if it's a freshman, and everybody accepts it. It's not, and we're doing the best thing that we can, for this team. And Walker Zampella, what a leader he's been, and you would never know, a great player, but you would never know some of the things that he does. And he comes in, and he's another guy that picks things up. He's a baseball guy.
Yeah,
he picks things up, and then from an athletic standpoint, phenomenal. Riley's another one, that quiet guy, but on the baseball field and has great knowledge. And when I go out, oftentimes the first guy I'm talking to is him. When he comes into the dugout, I'm not talking to the pitcher, I'm talking to him, and he tells me the truth, and if a guy's done, he tells me they're done. If their stuff is still good, and then he tells me that too. Right? We run the bases, we take chances, and we play for the big inning, and that's what you're talking about with timely hits. But that style of play, like the other day, we went 1-1-1 in innings, so it's 3. And then all of a sudden we throw a 4-spot there, or a 3-spot, and then it's over. And that's our style, and that's the guys that we recruit. And you mentioned Parker Fry and Connor. Those two guys have been here 3 years, and they get it, understanding this game. And all of a sudden he goes 5 for 5, and then his next time up he gets another base hit, and he's 6 for 6. Then he runs a ball in the gap, and that's our style, and the timely hit. And I don't think we get enough credit for our defense. People talk a lot. That's they talk about, if you ask people that know our program, they're always talking about how dynamic our offense is, or the the power pitching, but our defense is, and it's not just the great plays, because we had, obviously, you guys saw the one inning that we had.
Three different
dive plays, and, but it's the consistency that gets it done. To beat Seton Hill, it's going to come down to not making mistakes and being disciplined at the plate and not chasing. And ultimately in these games, you don't have many opportunities to score. And when you get that opportunity to score, you have to.
Yeah.
So very similar to your last question, plate discipline, great defense, and then when you get your opportunity, you have to score.
Awesome. Sweet.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you and the team with Super Reeves.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it.
Absolutely.
You got it. Thank you.